Hello friends, my name is Devas and this is my first lesson of C#.NET and let's discuss the overview of C#.NET and this is the lesson 1 and so let's before doing some programs let's know what's the features or the let's take introduction on the .NET. So first there's so many things that are coming. First is let's discuss on about the introduction. Why .NET? What is framework? What is .NET framework? And our types of programming languages are used in .NET. What is console application? What is namespace? Reference type? Value type? Boxing, unboxing, converting, parsing, conditional statements, and jump statements, array, structure, strings as like this is. These are the basic things of .NET. So let's discuss about what is .NET. So brief introduction. What is .NET? .NET is nothing but a framework and it's a Microsoft based Microsoft managed code programming languages. So why should we choose .NET? So it's a very much powerful tool used to build distributed computing applications. So there may be a question is happening in our mind that what is .NET? So why should I choose this? .NET is nothing but there are so many various kinds of softwares and IDEs like what operating system applications, database, servers, techniques, and ERP applications, programming languages. So many things are there. And in operating system, you may ask about Windows, Unix, Linux, anything else. In application, you may think Microsoft Office, Tally, Wings, Star Office, etc. In database, you may take as Oracle, SQL Server, MS Access, database to MySQL, and in server technique, you may take it as mail server, SMS server, and in ERP application, you may take it as Cereal, MS Dynamics, GRM, SAP. And programming languages, as you know, C, C++, Java, COBOL, Pascal, anything else. So these are related to ID fields and we are using .NET framework. So mostly there are 61 programming languages are there and 9 of them are Microsoft based and others are non-Microsoft based. So these 9 Microsoft based programming languages are like C#.NET, VB.NET, ASP.NET, and Python, Iron Python, Ruby Python, C++.NET, JSAP.NET, FSAP.NET, JScript.NET, Windows PowerShell, etc. And these are the 9 best programming languages, Microsoft best programming languages. I have told one of this. And next we'll go to a framework. So what is a framework? So as simple as a real life example, what is a framework? Framework gives a basic look and gives a structured look. As like that in programming languages, framework is the software which will max functionality of operating system for making the common intermediate language code to execute under its control. So in .NET we also used a .NET framework and it's a runtime environment application or programming to execute .NET applications on any machine. So let's discuss about the programming languages. So mostly the programming language is classified into two types. First one is procedure oriented programming language and next one is the object oriented programming languages. So your C is coming on the procedure oriented programming languages and your what Java, C++, C#, these are based on your object oriented programming languages. So there is one console application is used in C# and that is procedure oriented programming languages. So what is a procedure oriented programming language? In console application what happened is just like C and C++. We can't is this is not GUI based. This is the structure based programming language. Um, and let's discuss about the namespace. This the thing is namespace. What is namespace? A namespace is a logical container of types like class, structure, interface, enum, delegates, etc. Suppose I am giving an example, that is using system. You are using system.io, using system.data.sql client. These are the examples of namespace. So there are so many important things about the namespace. It's just a collection of classes. So we know what is class. Class is a collection of objects, and objects are the real facts, events, methods, etc. So without using namespace, we can't do anything else. So there's the most necessity of the namespace. And suppose I will take what using system. So if we'll omit that this namespace, then I can't run this application, run that form, because then there should be a error happen. So there's a most necessity of the namespace. So next we will discuss about the data types. So mostly data types are classified into two types in C#. One is valid data type and second one is invalid data type. A data type in programming language is set to of data with value having predefined characteristics. So we know data types, reference type, value type. So what is reference type? The data which don't store the data into memory location directly is called as reference type. The data which don't store the data directly into the memory location is called as a reference type. So value type is the opposite of reference type. It stores the data directly into the memory location and is called as value type. So next is boxing, unboxing. So what is boxing? Boxing is nothing. If a value type is converted into reference type, that is called as boxing. And suppose I am giving an example, int x equal to 100. So object.obj equal to x, and this is coming on boxing. On unboxing, so what is the opposite of boxing? That is, if the value type is converted into reference type and again back into the value type, is called as unboxing. That means it creates a cycling process. And for example, int y equal to convert the 2 in 32 within parenthesis object, and this is the example of unboxing. So next is our converting. So what is converting? Converting is mostly used for converting from one data type to another data type, and these are like convert 2 in 32 char, like this. Next is our parsing. So what is parsing? It can be used for converting string format to data type. So next come to our conditional statements. These are all the fundamentals of .NET, and before doing the programming or before doing the coding, you have to know the basic things about the C# or the .NET. So next is our conditional statement. And our conditional statement is classified into two types. First one is branching and second one is looping. So in branching, there are four things are coming as like if else, multiple if, nested if. And in looping, your for loop, while loop, to while loop are coming. So in if condition, what happened? So in our if condition, the syntax is that if condition, then let me write. So for the if statement, if condition, then within curly brace statement, and else, this is statement 1, then else if condition statement 1, then else statement 2 is based on your if statement and is a for loop. So I will give one real example for the for loop. And next is our if else statement. So in if else statement of what are ones, that is if condition, then within curly brace statement 1, then else statement 2, like this. Then if if this, and the syntax is the if condition, then statements, else if condition statement, else statement. And for the switch case statement, switch expression starting curly brace case constant 1, then statement sequence case constant 2 break. As like suppose I want to give an example of a week, so I want to print from Sunday to Saturday, so I will use the switch case statement. Switch expression means switch day, then starting curly brace case constant 1 means case Monday, then column statement sequence, then break. Say statement sequence is that today is Sunday, sorry. Suppose I will take from Sunday to Saturday, so first we will take switch days, then starting curly brace case constant, that means case Sunday. So statement sequence is that today is Sunday, then break. Then next to the second line, case constant 2, that is case Monday, column statement sequence, that is what the second sequence is that today is Monday, as like break, like this. And lastly what we will do, that is default statement sequence invariant, then ending curly brace is the procedure. Conditional looping, a for loop, while loop, do while loop, these are the looping. So for the for loop, initialization condition, iteration. So suppose I want to give an example, I will show you in. So let me run Visual Studio, Control R, command prompt, and for that dev env as a command for in the Visual Studio. So I'll take one form file. So I'll just put a shortcut key Control Shift A, Control Shift N, and I choose Visual C#, and one is console application. So I will write here a name, that is for loop for demo. For demo, okay, fine. So next, then is a namespace, and I'm just going to write within that string arguments, static argument, string argument, it's a parameter, and within that I'm going to write int I comma next for, suppose I want to print 1 to 10 as a single row, so then for I so for I equal to 1, then column I less than equal to 10, column I plus plus. That means it will increment the value or the digits. Then for then console dot writeLine console.writeLine within that I, then console dot readLine. Okay, fine. So let me run it first. Okay, this is the output, that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I got these numbers. So next is our while loop. This one was the example of for loop, and next while loop. So what is the syntax for the while loop? So while, then while curly brace, statement 1, statement 2, then increment operator you will use, that is plus plus, either plus plus, and or you may use decrement operator minus minus, then ending curly brace. So I gonna want to take an example of a while loop. So first I want to add a new form, that is Control Shift A, new, and I just add console application, file, new project, console application, and I will write here while loop. Okay, then okay. Suppose I want to print 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and I want to calculate the length. I will print that in a column, and I want to know the length of the given numbers. For that, study environment string arguments as a parameter I have taken, and next is that int we just take a number for that norm, then length of that number. For that we will take alien length equal to 0. It means you start from any source string. then console dot write line, console dot write line, enter the number within double quotes, enter the number. Okay, fine. Next line, nom equal to, for the number, nom equal to int dot parse, then console dot readline, okay, fine. And lastly, readline is a function. Next, while nom equal to 0, while nom equal to 0, then while nom greater than 0, then the condition will be there, len plus plus, then nom equal to nom by 100 by 10, sorry, will take 10 digits, then console dot write the length of the given number is column, and after the column plus sign len, that is for length, then semicolon, console dot readline, dot readline. So let's see what's output of this. Enter the number 1, so enter the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, the value is either too large or too small in 32. That means it's too large because we have taken less than 10 digits. That means we'll add 9 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The length of the given number is 9. Okay, fine. So thanks. This much, and as like while loop, do while loop is also same, and the syntax is do starting included as statement 1, statement 2, an increment or decrement operator, then ending the reverse while condition. So as like this. Thanks to all for listening patiently and giving some time, and thanks a lot. And the next class we will discuss about the next class we will discuss about the array string structures as like this. So thanks to all for watching this video, and I think you will subscribe and give a more and more comment for this. Thanks to all.